Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can y'all believe that today is already day 12? Oh my goodness, we are almost done. So y'all, what I am having, I'm gonna try to hook up a real nice smoothie. So far, we are working with about a handful or two of kale, depending on how much you like. But I want my smoothie to be kind of green, which may be kind of difficult because I am putting cherries and blueberries in here. So the color is gonna be a little weird. All right, so we have our kale here, and I'm going to scoop in about half of a large avocado that was over there starting to ripen too much, so I need to use it before it goes bad. And there's the seed. Alrighty, y'all, and then at the back of my freezer, I found some frozen dark sweet cherries. So I'm just gonna throw those in there. And then I have maybe about 15 to 20 blueberries here. Throw those in there also. I'm trying to make sure stuff doesn't go bad, you know. That just spun all the way out of control. Okay, so far our kale, our avocado, our dark sweet cherries, and some fairly large blueberries there. And then I'm definitely going to add in some ice. I don't want to put it too far to the top. I think that should do it. All right, and then y'all, what I'm really excited about right now, I just made some nut milk, okay? And here is my nut milk. I want to show y'all the consistency. It's really nice. You're going to see it even better when I pour it into that smoothie. But guess what I used to make this? These are Brazil nuts. And I found these babies at Walmart. That's what those look like. And I don't believe they have salt, do they? Nope, no salt. So ingredients, only Brazil nuts, okay? So I took, I actually measured this because I think the measurement is necessary to make milk have the milk consistency. So I took a cup of these Brazil nuts and then a cup and a half of my spring water here. And I put them in here and blended it up, and it came out like this, which is really, really nice. So I think this will work if you have a high-speed blender. If you have kind of just like a regular blender, I don't think that it would blend up as fine, and you may not get a milk. You may just get a really chunky paste. So again, the trick to this is a high-speed blender, okay? And of course, the dark pieces you see in there is just the outside of the Brazil nuts. Now, if you wanted to use this for something sweet, you could definitely add some dates in here, date sugar, maybe some agave, but I just used the nuts and the water. I wanted to leave it just like it is. So I'm just going to pour some of this. Let's see, this is measured for maybe about 8 ounces in here. Let's see. Alright, y'all, so I have my Brazil nut milk in there, and it didn't quite measure out because, of course, I have all this other stuff. So I just poured this much. What is that? About half that was in there. And this is a 22-ounce jar, so it wasn't filled up to the top, so I would say, y'all, maybe 8 ounces, okay? And then finally, I am going to put in some agave. Oh, and I also want to throw in just a bit of hemp seed. So that's maybe like 1 to 2 teaspoons. So we have all our ingredients. I'm gonna blend this up and show you what this looks like. Alrighty, so I stopped it because we don't need it to go all the way. Everything else is already blended. We just added in some more milk. So let's see. I knew the color was gonna be really weird. I knew that. But y'all, here's our smoothie. There we go. So I know it looks like gray gunk. But that's only because we did blueberries and cherries with the green items. So this color is definitely to be expected. But this is what I am going to have. And I think I'll also have a baked sweet potato. So I will show y'all that later. Y'all, this is my sad face. This smoothie is a disaster. Oh my God, it's so nasty. Do not make this smoothie. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna drink it. I'm definitely gonna have to put some ice in here and some more agave just to get it down. Because I mean, it's nutrient packed. I know that it's good for me, but it's nasty. It just, okay, maybe I shouldn't say nasty. It don't taste like nothing. Like, I don't taste blueberries. I don't taste cherries. It don't taste like nothing. Like, and the color don't help. I probably shouldn't have put the cherries and the blueberries. I probably should have just left it as a green. What, I don't know what I should have done, y'all. Oh. Here, you want some? You can have it. You can have all of it. It's gonna take me a long time to drink this. Y'all know I try to keep it real with y'all. I took this back to my desk and I was like, I gotta tell them, don't do this. Do not do this. I don't know what would make it work. It just don't taste like nothing. It really don't, y'all. Can't get over it. Don't taste like nothing. And to me, that's nasty. I don't know what to do. Maybe I should left, no. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna put some agave and some ice. Force this down and show y'all what my sweet potato look like. That'll be good. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Alright, y'all. So I fixed it. Look, watch. I can drink it without squinting. Watch. Now, it's not the best smoothie in the world, but it's palatable now. Let me show you what I did. Thank God, because, whoo, that was hard. So first of all, look at the texture and the color. It's a little bit lighter. Let me show you the original. Oh, no, that's not it. Here's the original right here. Okay. And here's the fixed one. Yes. So you can see back here, I have a mango. This was just, and it's not a whole mango, just a piece I had left over. And I just got as much meat and juice off of there as possible, put it in, and then I emptied out my agave, and I also put some more ice in it, okay? So with all of that, y'all, it is a whole lot better. It's probably not a smoothie that I'm gonna make again. What I realized is that that Brazil nut milk has a really distinct taste, and that's the part that I don't like. So I think if you make this, the kale, the avocado, even the blueberries and the cherries, just fine. You could even throw in some mango if you want, but maybe use a different nut milk, okay? I think I probably should have used, I could have even done quinoa milk, maybe coconut milk. You can even do water if you want, but the Brazil nut milk, as of right now, it's not my favorite. It's not. It's very chalky. That's what it is. It has a very chalkiness to it. So the mango really made it a lot more smooth and easier to drink. So I'm gonna finish this up. Learn from my mistakes. Don't do what I did. Alrighty, tribe. So here is the baked sweet potato. Now this I am excited about. I'm just going to transfer it to my plate. And y'all can see I just leave it as is. I just rinse that thing off and put it in there because I'm not eating the skin, so it really doesn't make a big difference to me that the skin is on. And then I just split it there. I keep getting these big old potatoes. It's gonna split all the way again. Just like last time, y'all. That thing does not want to stay together at the bottom. So here is the sweet potato. Get a spoon to eat it. Alright, and y'all have seen me do this before. For some reason, I think I'm getting sweet potatoes that are too big. Or maybe I have to cook them until they're softer, but I'm okay with these textures. So of course, the coconut oil. What I put on mine, and then I have a new agave that I had to start because I emptied out my previous agave trying to fix this chalk smoothie. And then I'm going to throw on some cinnamon here. And y'all, this is always good, even if the potato looks funny. This is so good. And then just a few dashes of cloves. I'm out of nutmeg, so no nutmeg. And then here's my smoothie, y'all. I've actually been drinking it. Like I said, this one is palatable. I can deal with it. So I'm gonna have this with my smoothie. I have already taken my multivitamin earlier, and so along with this, I'm gonna do my tablespoon of black seed oil, and I am struggling but working on my water as well. Alrighty, so I will see y'all for my next meal.
One eternity later.
Hey y'all, so we are about to cook and I am so excited because this is my first time making Brussels sprouts from scratch. Like usually when I eat Brussels sprouts, I think it's the Green Giant brand and they have it in the frozen section, and I'll just get it out, put it in a pot, warm it up with a little bit of oil. They already have it seasoned and stuff, and it's really good. But I'm gonna try my hand at it. Hopefully it won't be a disaster or anything that I have to try to fix like that smoothie. So let me show you. This is what we are working with right now. I have my Brussels sprouts right here. This is a really just jacked up pizza tray. It really is jacked up, y'all. So I'm not gonna even show you what it looks like. I have the parchment paper over it, and that is going to keep the Brussels sprouts from sticking. So this is what we are working with so far. These are the Brussels sprouts. It's about, I don't know, maybe 30-ish Brussels sprouts here. And this is the little package they came in, if you remember seeing these from the grocery haul. So what I have here are the pieces that were going bad that I had to pick off. So I left one piece that was, y'all have to find it. I left one Brussels sprout, y'all, so I can show y'all. I think this is it. There we go. So your Brussels sprouts, these are like, they're just like little baby cabbages. Look at them. Okay. So this one here has some leaves that are starting to go bad. So when you're getting ready to prepare, you just want to go ahead and take off the bad leaves like so. Okay. And if I had not have waited so long to cook them, there wouldn't be any bad leaves. All right, and if you have any little parts like this, you don't have to take off that entire leaf. If it is dark enough there to where you feel like it's going bad or it has a bad smell, you can just clip that off like that. Okay, and a little baby cabbage is what I call them. So what I'm going to do now is take each Brussels sprout and I'm going to cut it into fours. So just halfway like that, and then halfway again. Right, you should have it in fours. So I'm going to do that for all the rest of these, and then I'm going to show you the next step, which is simply going to be to put some oil on them, some salt, maybe some pepper, whatever seasonings you like, and then over here I have some red bell pepper that I've sliced that's going to go on top, and then I have a very small amount of jalapeno. I would say this is probably about 2 teaspoons, and this right here is probably about 1/4 of a cup-ish. So whatever you like. If you're cooking for children or someone that doesn't like spice, then of course leave out the jalapenos. And then we're also going to drizzle some agave over this. So I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. Alrighty tribe, so you can see what I have here. Isn't that pretty? So it takes time and a sharp knife, okay? Because these little boogers can be stubborn, all right? So I left 3 so I can show you. This is a really tiny baby one. Look how small and cute it is. So for one this small, we're just gonna go ahead and cut that in half. You don't have to do that in 4s. And we're turning it face down. We're making sure that the ones that are cut into 4s, they shouldn't be on the curved side. They should be on one of the flat sides. So that's what you see there. And I'm gonna put the link in the description. You see, they can be stubborn. You have to be very careful. I'm gonna put the link in the description for the video I watched that taught me how to do this. He's actually a chef, so his is really nice, neat, and clean. So I think if you are enjoying this, you will definitely enjoy the original. I'm just trying to do what he did. All right, and this one, we can probably take that off. There we go. I think the rest is okay. And I took a little bit too much of the bottom off because then it makes the leaves fall off. So that's what you don't want to do, all right? If you do have to cut any of the bottom for any reason, just a very little bit. All right, so we lay this out here. Looks like I have just enough space for everything. I'm just gonna add these pieces over there. Those are still good. This one I think can go into the trash. Alrighty, and then I am going to grab my peppers, sprinkle those around. And it's really just for color. My jalapenos. And we want that spread out a little bit more evenly for taste and spice. All right, and then I'm going to do some white pepper here because that's what he did. And plus I love white pepper, I really do. And I had some in the cabinet, so I'm gonna do this. But just FYI, I do not believe that white pepper is alkaline. And some sea salt. Got a little bit of ginger here. I just think it would be good with some ground ginger. I think I'm gonna empty that out. Yeah, that's just about over. I tried. And then finally some agave here. And then what you're gonna do is just pop this into the oven, probably on about 375, 400 for about 25 to 35 minutes. I think he did his for 45. But I don't necessarily want mine too crispy. So I'm gonna do, I think, 375 maybe for 25 to 30 minutes, and I'll show y'all what that looks like. Y'all, I forgot like the most important thing. I had put these things in the oven and then I was like, oh, I forgot the oil. So ideally you want some olive oil and you want to coat it generously with olive oil. That's what's gonna help it cook and brown. But as you know, I am out of olive oil, so I'm just gonna use grapeseed oil instead. And we're just going to drizzle that across the top. Okay. And then you can definitely toss them around with your hand if you like. You can toss the pan around, but I'm just gonna grab a fork and toss them around a little bit to make sure they're coated with oil. That way they cook thoroughly and properly. So I'm gonna finish that and then put them, make sure you put them back on the flat sides. And you're going to cook them, and then about halfway through you need to go ahead and get them out, flip them around, and put them back in again so they can cook evenly. Okay, So I'll show y'all what the finished product looks like. Alrighty y'all, so our Brussels sprouts are in the oven, and while we wait for those, we are going to go ahead and use some leftover stuffing from yesterday's turnip green rolls. But today, hello, I am going to stuff some red cabbage leaves, or purple cabbage leaves. These are definitely more purple. So these have already boiled in water, and as you can see, most of the color has come off of the leaves and is actually in the water. So that's why it looks a little funny. But this is what I started off with. This is my red cabbage here. Now prior to, I had already started cutting into the cabbage just for like, here you can see, I started cutting into it just for like little pieces here and there. So the whole thing wasn't whole for me to peel off the leaves. But I did go ahead and come from this side, and I just peeled off a few leaves, and that's what you see here in the pot. So if you wanted to do it, you just, you know, pull up a leaf and peel it all the way, and you boil it just to cook it a bit, soften it up so that you can actually roll it. It should be pliable, okay? So we are going to get those all rolled up. We're gonna throw some seasoning on top along with some grapeseed oil, pop them into a pan and put those in the oven, and we're gonna have them with the leftover baba ganoush. So let's go ahead and start rolling. Alrighty y'all, so here is what it's looking like. It looks good. Now the cabbage rolls, like this one and this one, I kind of just finagled those when I was rolling them. But this one is really nice right here. So those are definitely ready to go. This one is a bit loose. Oh, I don't want anything to fall out. Okay, so the cabbage rolls and then our Brussels sprouts here. You can see that we do have some brown spots on the Brussels sprouts, and that's exactly what I want. So if you wanted yours more crispy, then of course just cook them for longer, okay? You see we got a couple of brown spots here. Let me taste this little piece. I probably shouldn't be trying to taste this fresh out the oven. Bismillah. Okay, it's not too hot. So I think what I'm gonna do, y'all, is get started eating these. For these here, I'm gonna put a little bit more oil, a little bit more salt, and they can go back in there for probably 10 to 15 more minutes. And I turn the heat up a little bit to 400. I do want them to be a little bit more soft and a little bit more crispy as well. So I'm gonna put mine back in. Tribe, look! Y'all, these are beautiful. Look at this. We did it, y'all. We did it. So, y'all, this is a winner. This is a winner. They're cool. Don't worry, I'm not burning myself. Y'all gotta try this one. It's really good. It has a nuttiness to it. Maybe that's the grapeseed oil. Y'all, it's really nice. Really nice and flavorful. I thought it was gonna be weird with the agave nectar. I've never thought about Brussels sprouts having something sweet on it. But it's not like, it doesn't turn it into a dessert or anything. No, it's really nice. It's actually kind of hard to explain. You have to taste it. It's really nice. Another success. Yay us. All right, y'all. Well, thanks for watching. Peace, blessings, love, and light. God be with you. Bye.